Hello. So reviewing some the first problem here from weekly contest 117. Um, okay, this is virtual actually. I don't know. Yeah. So I want to review this first problem here. I solve it differently than most people seem to have done it. So let's see. I think I'm not sure if I do have it yet. I do. So this one here is the problem. Okay, let's just rename it here. So the way I did it actually was using just a map and then going through the characters and basically just putting each character what does it corresponds to, and then from there just going and checking if it has a hashtag, then it's then I need to consume 3 letters or 3 characters, and if it doesn't I need to consume just 1, right? So pretty straightforward like that. Now let's see how other people. So this seems to be without the map, so we can simply check whether you have a hashtag character appears at position I+2. Okay. And then so basically check with the hashtag character appears at position I+2 to determine which description rule to apply, right? And then so just go over it. Okay, I think I need to write it in Python to be able to understand it better, so let's try to do that. So we need something like this. And what we need to have here is pretty much, so we need to go in the range of the length of S, right? String. Okay, let me just first say n is length of S so that I don't have to type it. Now if it's less than n minus 2, and which means it may be one of those with the hashtag, then at that point we could just say, okay, so we need to define our result, right? String. So then we can add g plus whatever, g is 10, right? SE minus 1, which would give you whether it's multiplied by 10. Oh, so it's kind of does calculations here. Why G though? I need to advance by 2. Why not by 3? So here else, we could do res plus a. So that's their way of identifying what string is it. Maybe adding characters work or something. So I guess it's something like this. Does it work? I think that one is a little bit. Okay, what is this one in? Okay, so first import regex. Let's take this as one of the problems. Right. And now with this here, if you do find all, which returns a list of all non-overlapping matches in the string, and so we want to match two numbers and then hashtag or one number, and we want to take that so we get a list of them, right? So you see here, I'm guessing it will consume first these and then consume this one. Now we got a list of them. Let's call that okay. Now if we say first equal to list of 0, right, what we can do is int, so first the first two, it gives you 10, right? And if you convert that to int, well, it gives you the number, but that won't work actually if you do like a last. Let's see last. Last would be list minus 1, right? So last would be just a number, right? So if you do the last 2, it'll still give you 2, right? Okay, so it will give you whatever that thing contains, right? And then if you convert it to, you get the number, you add 96, get that, you convert it to a char, you should get the character. Interesting. Why 96 though? And now all you need to do is define convert, let's say x that essentially returns char of int of x, take 2 plus 96, and that's what it does. And now you could just say join convert x for x in list. That'll give you the string. Interesting. But so the only thing I guess I'm not getting here is y96. So for the regular expression, looks like this here. Do that, but you could also just do this, and that will give you the same thing. And you could join it. Pretty cool. But y96, right? Maybe number of alphabets 26. So it's like 26 multiplied by 2, right? 52 still. Maybe so the other thing I think you can do is just use a similar thing like what I'm doing here, except this portion here instead you could just return for x in we could import ra, so ra.find all, so we could import that, and then here we need the pattern first, which is d twice, so a number where you have like this, and then you have a hashtag, or you have the number, and for that we could convert it first to an int by doing, so first we can do x, take the 2 first, so that we can get rid of the hashtag for those that have a hashtag, and from there we have the number, right? So we can just say m, that will give us the character, and pretty much just join that, and like this, and that should pretty much be enough. So let's try. Okay, the first one works. Oh, you need to pass the string, of course. What am I doing? Oh, I need to take all three. Well, you could just take the entire thing, right? Cool. So the other thing I could do with this is instead, well, I could just say this is solution 3 and could just use the map like this, like right away, which instead of constructing it, I could just use the map here. So it's called M, and pretty much this should work, right? Yeah, so instead of doing this, I could just use string lowercase, right? Which, if you do it, got it here, well, import string first, right? And then it gives you all of them. So what you could do is, so if you take these, so what is zipping this with Charles? Oh, the first 9 characters. So if I say that is equal to Charles, and then say Charles 9, right? Like this. I'll get the first 9 of them, and which is, yeah, those that are like from 0 to, those that are from 1 to 9, right? And then if we zip these like this, it will give you each one associated with the other, with the characters corresponding to it. And then if you do a dictionary on that, you could get the exact thing that we want here, right? And then we could update the dictionary with the rest, which pretty much means, so range from 10 to 26, and the rest of the characters. So the rest of the characters, if you look at them here, it's that. And we could just say, okay, what is this? It will also give us all the remaining ones. And if we zip that with the rest, we could get the pairs of each one of the characters corresponding to it. And now we have our initial map here that we could just update with this new thing here, right, with the dictionary of these zips. And that's pretty much it. So now our M contains all of them. So this is the same as what I did here or here, right? And pretty much there we'd have as and I, and that's an empty list and 0. Could get rid of this. It's name address, and do the same, a similar thing like I did here, right? So instead of doing in-m, I could just check equal, and yeah, that's probably easier like this. And I think this should still work, right? If I do this one, so it's possible that we have a hashtag thing, so we take the characters or the numbers, right, and we convert them with what is odd of A. That's where 97 comes from, or 96, whichever one you call it. Got it. Got it. So I guess I could convert this here. Because this is the first one, this is just the mapping, right? So I guess you could just add string, right? So this here, actually you could just do it slightly differently using, yeah, so both of them would give you the same thing. And here you could just say, okay, odd of A minus 1 essentially, right? Which gives you, should work fine. So the first, it's going to be a G2Z character. That's pretty much what this does. Okay, so yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I just need to figure out. So the -1, we are doing it, I think, because of the indexing, and then we were adding odd1, right? To get the conversion to work, right? Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. Okay, so I think that's a pretty good deal of solutions, right? Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, I think this is pretty much enough. Okay. Cool. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time.